Hello and welcome to my vintage audio file. This is now my 82nd video, and today I'm going to be talking about a brand that most people probably have never heard of. It was came out in the mid 80s to the late 80s. It's a brand called Ultrix, and it was actually manufactured by Sharp. It was their attempt at going a little higher audio quality than what they were known for. They were kind of the butt of a lot of people's jokes at the time because they were making just ho-hum mediocre stuff that there were so many different brands out there that were better that they were kind of were getting passed by. So they decided to try to make a little bit of headway in the audio wars, and the reviews are kind of mixed on if they succeeded or not. Obviously, the public didn't think so because the brand didn't last very long before they decided to make it go by the wayside. And but they did have some pretty interesting and innovative looking components. They made basically receivers, cassette decks, and turntables. The turntable I have here is not an Ultrix. It's one of my go-to that I use when I do my videos. It's Crosley. But the receiver and the cassette deck are Ultrix. The receiver itself is an R55, which came out around 85. The nice thing about Ultrix is their numbers also coordinated with the amount of watts per channel. So this one has 55 watts a channel. The cassette deck is your standard soft touch cassette deck that was made at the time. It does have some higher end features that you didn't see on a lot of cassettes at the time, like auto reverse and tape direction and metal tape capacity, and it did have a very nice sound to it. Unfortunately, mine isn't working at the time. It's just here for visual purposes. I need to change the belt on it. The belt kind of broke, which isn't a huge deal, but just haven't gotten around to it yet. So with further ado, I will turn on the receiver and let you see what it looks like. As you can see from the layout of it, it is all push button. There are no knobs on this receiver. It has 7 AM and 7 FM presets, stereo mono switch. The only what you could call buttons on it are the bass, treble, and balance. They're sliders, but the rest of it's all push button. You got your volume up and down here. This is an indication of how loud the system is. Then you've got a tape monitor, a matrix button to use at the time when TV was just starting to come out as a hi-fi thing, and was made for the TV. It has a push button on here for tape 1 or 2. It can accept 2 tape decks, and it also can record on either or copy from either one. It has tuner, CD player, auxiliary, TV VCR, and it also has a moving magnet or moving coil phono input. Here's your AM and FM buttons. There's your 7 presets for those, and you can go for manual or auto scan. This here is the tuning up and down. Push buttons for speaker set A and speaker set B, bass, treble, balance, subsonic filter, your mono stereo button, loudness, and then your tape copy for going either way with it with an off button so it isn't copying. And I'm going to turn on the radio right now so you can see that it does play. Better turn it down a little bit. I was playing a little loud before.
The wave technology at Valley Park Medical was tested by Cambridge and the Cleveland. Repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're
gesture, and then the whole muddy
kind of flips up everybody, and for those of y'all that don't know, about 10:30 Sunday morning, they think the
share it with a friend deal. That
support you need. With 2 decades of experience with online learning for grades 6 through 12, our exceptional teachers offer personal support to make.
As you can see, the radio works fine on it. I'm using a more modern turntable that has the phono and line on it. I've got this currently hooked up to line so that I'm going to play it through the auxiliary of this receiver, but of course I could, if I had a ground wire, which I don't have at the moment, I could hook it up as a normal phono. And I'm going to turn it on so you can see that that auxiliary works on there. As you can see, that works just fine too. Wish I had my belt on my cassette deck fixed so I could show that too, but unfortunately I don't. Like I say, I really don't find nothing wrong with this setup. It sounds just fine. For the audio snob or purist, probably seems kind of mediocre, but for general listening, it's fine. It would make a nice, relaxing shelf system or something for the garage if you prefer to do that. They're not that expensive because, like I say, a lot of people don't know what they are, but they do work pretty good. And I think the biggest one they ever made was the R100, which was 100 watts per channel, and that has a pretty good following. It also has a few more features that aren't on this one that are kind of practically unique to the audio world. But of course that one's a little more expensive. So that's my demonstration for today. I try to pride myself on bringing things to see that you don't normally see. And if you agree and like what I present, please leave me feedback, and also please subscribe to my channel. I will keep making my videos and presenting what I can to the art of the vintage audio. And until then, in my next video, have a great day. God bless, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.